Hello everyone, let's go to the 70 example. Make a program that reads 10 real values and stores them in an array. Next, calculate with one decimal place the sampling standard deviation of the elements in the array, according to the following expression. 1 divided by n times the summatory of the square of the value placed on the first position, the second position, and the every position of the array minus the average. So let's go to the program and see what is happening here. First of all, you have to include the library stdio.h, which allows us to print messages on the screen. Going on, I am including the library math.h, which allows us to use the ASCII square root of the expression. And going back, I am using the hashtag define to define a name and a value. So every time I call this name, the value will be 8, 8, and 8, and 8, and 8. A lot of 8. So here I am including just one int variable for the controller of our for, and 1, 2, 3, 4 float variables for the array, the average, the summatory, and the sample standard deviation. So this for loop starts with the I equal to 0 and stops when the value of I is equal to 8. And every time this for loop runs, the value of I will be increased by 1. This scanf will storage the value that you type on your keyboard on the array on the position I. And the average will be equal to the average plus the array. We can type as that average plus, but the average plus equal is an easier notation, and the average will be equal to the average divided by 8, the amount of numbers in the array. So this for loop will calculate the summatory and these four have the same conditionals of the first one, and the summatory will be equal to the summatory plus the array, the value in the array I minus the average times the array I minus average. So this is the square of the value, and the summatory will be equal to the summatory plus this value. So every time this for loop runs, the summatory will be increased by the value in the position I. And the sample standard deviation will be equal to the square root of the summatory divided by 8. If you want to calculate the standard deviation, just include the summatory max minus 1 in the SQRT parentheses. It's just another standard deviation. This is the sample one, and we have the standard deviation, the normal one. This is the sample. And to calculate the sample is just changing the value in the parentheses of the square root. And this printf will print the sample. The sample standard deviation is equal to the sample standard deviation with the %.1 f as the example asked to us to use one decimal places. So let's go to the terminal and see what is happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The sample standard deviation is 2.3. Why don't correct here? Because I have to recompile again. But thank you for your attention. The link for the script is on the video description, and subscribe for regular content.